Hey, y'all, praise the Lord. Stop forcing yourself into circles that don't like you. Flat out don't like you. Don't get on people's lives and they skip over your name intentionally. That's the whole reason why they got lives in the first place, because it ain't no real, there's no real in there's no real interaction. It's me- me- mechanical. Stop going to churches. Stop forcing yourself into churches or joining. You join. They ain't joining you. You join. Stop joining churches and put yourself under pastors that don't like you. Members in leadership, people that don't like you. Stop going to the family cookout and being around family members that flat out don't like you. You know the type. They part the Red Sea soon as they see you. You completely isolated. They didn't totally disfellowship you without no religious sect, without no Jehovah's Witness rules. Whether they Jehovah's Witness, whether they Baptist or Pentecostal, whatever denomination. Stop putting yourself in relationships or spouses or dating people. You stop putting yourself around people where you feel uneasy and you ignore it. You feel that they don't like you. They lusting after you. They only want sex. That's all they want. They want something from you and hit and run. They don't want you. They don't like you. Stop compromising. Y'all. Stop putting yourself in compromising positions, compromising situations. If the pastor, if the job, when you go on a job interview, it's uneasy. When you go on a job interview, there's an uneasiness that person don't like you. Yeah. For whatever reason, it could be the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you dress, your mannerisms, whatever. You could be overly qualified for the job, got all the credentials in the world, all the secular, worldly credentials in the world, got umpteen degrees, you got umpteen job references. You even fit the bill, and wait, this interviewer don't like you. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I'm making this video. Oh, yes, I did, because I'm going through that today, with the new church that I joined. And I'll be honest, I'm going to watch them online. I'm going to watch it or just stay home because I'm tired. I'm done. I'm tired. Don't never put yourself in an easy situation just because um, just because uh, 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 of your just because you want to be around people or whatever. That's the wrong reason to go to church. It's the wrong reason to go to a fellowship. You know, we welcome. No, they don't. Yeah, no, they don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people that's isolated, they not intentionally isolating themselves. You know, these people was rejected from birth. They were isolated from birth. Their mother and their father rejected them in the womb. Yeah, didn't want them. Or their family or their neighborhood. Or they being rejected because of their their sex or their gender or their color or their race. Or rejected how they look. Yeah. Don't put yourself you 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 shouldn't feel like, well, how am I say this? Force your, force yourself in anybody's circle to be light. So called light. Yeah. Mm-mm. It's a it's hurtful and it's painful and all that, but be still. Be still and wait on God to put the right people, the right friends, the right family, the right spouse, the right circles in your life. You'll be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years or 100 years old, and even die isolated or die alone or die rejected or not liked. But pray for peace. Pray for peace that even if you got God with you, that's more than enough. That's more than enough. You got God walking with you. God, there's not a friend like the lowly Jesus. No, not one. Yeah. If Even if you got that one friend, and that's Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's all you need. That's all you need. Yeah. Yeah. And that's another thing. Don't be in circles that want to change you. They want you to be in the trend. You need to keep up with the trend. You know, they want to mold you and shape you into their image. Really, what they say, they don't like you. You know, they want you to be in their fashion or their trend or their group or talk like them, walk like them, think like them. If your children can't accept you, how you look, how you dress, where you come from, your background, your makeup, they can't accept that you ain't like their friends, you ain't like the people that they like, that they following. Say bye-bye, set boundaries, and cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. You don't deserve that. You don't need that. You don't need it. Especially people that's only around certain times of your life. They not consistent. They ain't there. They ain't there when you really need them. Which is a telltale warning. That's a warning right there. That's a warning right there. Y'all, y'all. If you don't learn from your inner feeling. That's if you feeling like you hyperventilating and you about to have a panic attack and you feel uneasy, listen to that. You better listen to that. You know, not saying everybody supposed to love you or like you, because they ain't like Jesus either. They hated Jesus. You know, and Jesus chose his disciples, and two of them betrayed him, Peter and Judas. You know, yeah, yeah. You always feel like you running. You on a treadmill, trying to keep up. You know, you don't like cause I stutter. You don't like me cause cause I'm light skinned. You don't like me cause I'm dark skinned. You don't like me cause I'm short. You don't like me because I don't this and that. You don't like me cause I'm poor. You don't like me cause I'm too rich. You don't like me because my hair is short. You don't like me because I wear glasses. You don't like me because I wear contact. You don't like me because I got gaps in my teeth. You don't like me because I got perfect smile. It's always gonna be something. It's always gonna be something that have you feeling like you always a shortcoming. You always a failure. You never measure up. Y'all, mm-mm. No, yeah, it hurt, you know. Yeah, it hurt. But you know what? You gotta pray. You got to pray, ask God to keep you in his arms and send his angels around you and with you every day. Every day. To the point where you can be a, 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 you could be around a crowd of people and you don't care. You don't even care. Like the new church I go to, it's over 500 people in there. It's over 500 people in that auditorium. And you gotta get to the point where you really don't care if anybody talk to you. You don't care if the ushers speak to you or not. You don't care. You don't care what nobody said. You ain't looking for no compliment. You know, you don't even care what the pastor gonna preach about. You don't care. Your heart is fixed on Jesus. Your mind is made up. You don't care about your situation. Oh, I'm in here by myself. I ain't got my spouse. I don't got my kids. Oh, you ain't looking at everybody else. Say, oh, you ain't looking at none of that. You ain't thinking about your circumstances. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like I go to the church and I take that prayer shawl with me and I be thinking, thinking to myself, why I take that prayer shawl with me in every service? It's like a protection. That's what it is. It's a protection. Even though even though I know spiritually I'm not alone, it's a physical replication. It's a physical representation of God's presence. It's a physical representation of the mantle on my life. It's a physical representation of what's going on behind closed doors. What I is a physical representation of my prayer life. The purple, the gold, with the scriptures that's on it, y'all. So when I put that on, every time I put that on my shoulders, and I put the flower crown on, yeah, it's gonna look like Bobo the Fool to anybody else in there in the church or whatever that's going to pick it. What's all that? What you doing all that for? Black, black. Which I think that's why the Jews wore that stuff. They that's why they did that. That's why Jesus. That's why the woman with the issue of blood touched the hem of his garment, touched the fringe. Y'all, if I just touch that, I ain't got to touch his body. If I just get a hold of that, y'all. Let me get off of here. I thought I shared it. It's Sunday morning. I don't know. I'm debating on whether I should go to the new church or not. I don't know, child. It's a lot. And I just went to the Freedom Conference yesterday, Saturday, and Friday. And I'm like, okay. You gotta be careful. I don't care who's on TikTok. I don't care who's on Instagram. I don't care who's on your YouTube. I don't care who it is. It could be. It could be your spouse, your kids. I don't care who. Sit back and think. Sit back and think of how they treat you outside of social media. Sit back and stop and think. Stop and think about how they set boundaries and they cutting you off. They been doing that. They been doing that since you met them. They been, they're gonna continue doing that. They let you know, I don't like you. I don't want you. I don't approve of you. And they spot check you. You don't need that. You don't need that aggravation. You don't deserve that kind of love. That kind of love ain't real. That's not God love. God's love is unconditional. He got unconditional love. God is love. He is love. If you keep obeying his word and keep his you keep his commandments, and you stay in him, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. You ain't got time for fake friends, fake family, fake church members, fake pastor. You ain't got time for it. And he wants you to compromise your soul and your spirit and take their beast. Cause that's what it is. It's a beast. It's another form of abuse. That's not dating. That's where it's all one sided. No. Cut them boogers off. Cut them off. Cut them off. Let me get off of here. Be blessed.